Hello everyone, I'm Rec-V5,
And I am Sandman99.
and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition with Winter Frost.
Yes, and in the last episode, we made our way back toward Helgen. And we picked up Glostheim along the way.
Yep.
And, of course, I've still got Serana with me. And we're going to go into Helgen Keep. And, like just explore through here. Because this is the way that I always do Helgen Keep when I'm playing an alternate start.
You always come through this side?
I always come through this side because then I can look in all these chests and I can
Get a couple gold pieces.
Pick up the one gold piece there, and over here I have to kick this bucket out of the way because for some reason these coins are not sitting. See this shelf here?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what mod makes that happen. Right?
That's a weird mod glitch thing?
Whether it's a glitchy thing from Helgen Reborn, maybe, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, the shelf is just moved over.
Yeah, right. See, the shelf is moved over, and it knocks the gold pieces off of the table.
Yeah.
And the shelf and the table are clipping together. I'd have to actually look at the ESPs of various mods that might affect Helgen in the creation kit in order to figure this out.
Yeah.
I was able to figure that out. Remember, there was that bug at Jorvasker where how they have those tables and chairs on the patio behind the building.
Yeah, yeah.
And two of those chairs were out like levitating in midair.
Yeah, you had a bug like that for some time.
And that was from the Where's Your Smelter mod. Finally, I was able to figure out which mod it was that was causing that. And all it was just a simple matter of opening that ESP in the creation kit and then actually just moving those chairs in a straight line back to where they belonged, right?
Yeah.
Because the Where's Your Smelter mod actually modifies the smithing area up on top of the where the Skyforge is.
Yeah.
Quite a lot. And I don't know, maybe the guy just had a mousing error or something.
Yeah, a slip of the mouse.
And accidentally dragged a couple of chairs, out from where they belong to, right?
Could have, yeah. I mean, I don't know. You seem to have that problem once or twice before yourself.
Oh yeah, I totally understand how it could happen. I'm just kind of surprised that nobody posted in the mod, page, saying, "Hey, these chairs are float." Maybe they didn't know where it came from either. Oh, I don't know.
Quite possibly they didn't know where it came from.
But I just was able to fix it myself, so I just fixed it myself.
Nice.
Uh-oh. It looks like there's bandits here. Oh, that's a zombie. There's a zombie. Okay. Dog got him. There's a zombie Stormcloak there.
Yep. Serana decided she needed a friend.
Saranda's Stormcloak soldier. I'm going to feed on him now. Oh, look at that. I can do it twice. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to extract a blood potion from him the second time around. And then he will, of course, collapse into ashes.
Yeah, and that'll be a non-stale one too, right?
Yep, that'll be a actual blood potion, right? You can collect stale blood potions from dead bodies, and they're like half-strength blood potions, basically.
Yep.
But if you collect blood from a living person, regardless of whether it kills them or not, then you get a full-strength blood potion. Oh, charcoal. Remember charcoal?
Yep.
Yeah. Although I actually fixed my mod, make common items, I added a recipe for charcoal.
Oh yeah, what's your recipe?
At the smelter, 1 piece of firewood makes 4 pieces of charcoal.
Nice.
So, that's the same mod that I did that gives you the ability to make lock picks and a few other, small, minor common items that I always wondered where these items come from.
Yeah, if nobody makes them, how can people have them?
If nobody knows how to make them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so it just seemed logical to me that there should be, like crafting recipes to make some of these things. And I think also included in that is the ability to make, the different types of fur armor on the tanning rack and that kind of thing too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I made my own mod where you can, and I think it's in that same make common items, where you can actually make fur armor if you have wolf pelts and leather strips and that kind of stuff, right? Okay. Is there a guy in there? Yeah. Can I shoot him from here? Through the grating?
Who's there?
Yes, I can.
Nice shot.
I didn't know I could do that, actually. I wasn't at all sure that I could do... Uh-oh. What's
Down the
going
hallway. On your left.
Where'd you come from?
Nope, you're stuck.
Yeah, I had too many bodies blocking me there.
Done and done.
Okay. Alright, well, I guess we've got lots of bodies to feed from now. Oh, and a zombie over there again, too. Apostate. See?
Make some more blood potions.
Well, I've got 28 of them already. I don't think I need any more.
You could get to 30.
Okay, see these claw weapons? Those are from the Way of the Monk mod. And there's also, like all sorts of, all the way from iron all the way up to ebony, I think, versions of those claw weapons.
Yeah, well, those ones are orcish there.
Yep.
Or at least one of them was.
Yep, and some of them actually come with special effects, too. Like, I'm not sure whether it's in this playthrough or not, but in some playthroughs I have seen Glosstime there spawn with one that causes a second or two of paralysis.
Nice.
So what happens is he hits an enemy and the enemy falls down. So I'm picking up these spell books here.
Yeah, there's a lot of spell books in here.
And they are part of a very early mod that I made once upon a time.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. And before I open the spell books, I'm going to look at this book here, which is the Journal of Prakis Pell.
All right.
Okay, this guy is Prakis Pell. Okay? He's the jailer in Helgen, or was, before he died.
Yep.
So here's the Journal of Prakis Pell. And of course it gives you a little bit of speech. This book has been partially destroyed by fire, probably in the battle between the Stormcloaks and Imperials in the Helgen Keep dungeon area. Transfer finally came through, thank the gods. I was beginning to think I would have to spend the rest of my life as head jailer of this horrible prison perched on a cliff overlooking the White River Gorge. Who builds a fortress in such a perilous position anyway? It would not surprise me if it were to all collapse into the river soon. At night I can hear faint cracking and groaning noises that must be the walls of this place shifting due to the slow, inevitable failure of the foundation. And then, of course, this date is a couple of days before the dragon attack, right?
Yep.
This morning I depart for Helgen, the location of my new posting. It did not take me long to get ready, as I have few possessions. I'm able to carry everything in a single pack, my few research materials and the spell tomes I have written for my revolutionary approach to teaching novice spellcasters. I still don't understand why the faculty at the college did not endorse my ideas. Does it make sense to teach a brand new novice a spell like Lesser Ward? A fledgling mage's magica pool is exhausted within 3 seconds or so when he uses this spell. This and most other so-called novice spells are simply beyond the abilities of most novice students of magic. The lesser ward spell certainly has its place, but it is more powerful than necessary when faced with an enemy who uses novice attack spells. The low level of damage caused by a simple flame spell does not warrant a protective counterspell that will easily nullify an apprentice-level destruction spell such as Firebolt or Ice Spike. Certainly my beginner's ward would be easily overwhelmed by a more powerful spell, but that is why stronger wards exist. Recognizing and choosing the appropriate response to an attack is the most important skill a mage can develop. The same can be said for spells in other schools of magic. Why should a novice mage have no choice but to quickly expend all of his magicka on a flame spell to kill a few nuisance creatures such as skeevers? Is it not more efficient to use a less powerful version of flames that will still be capable of destroying lesser creatures while conserving magicka? Maybe a novice mage would hesitate to use an oak flesh spell that could save his life because he knows he will have no power left to attack his enemies. A compromise in which a spell provides a bit less protection but does not exhaust the novice mage's magicka reserve may be more appropriate to the situation. My approach can give young mages choices they don't currently have. And then, here we go, 14th of last seed. I finally arrived at Helgen today. Hopefully this will be a safe, peaceful posting where I can spend most of my time on my research. The facilities here are makeshift at best, but at least I have a secure enclosure in the dungeon area of the keep that is equipped with shelves where I can store my precious spell tomes. There is even enough space to add enchanting and alchemy work tables at some point. For now I am allowed to use the workstations in the guard tower next to the inn. It is a bit inconvenient. At my age, the walk is a bit tiring. We'll put in a request to the garrison commander for funds to purchase my own facilities tomorrow. So, 15th of last seed. It is only my first day as head jailer at Helgen, and already there is some excitement. Apparently, a wandering student from the College of Magic had a bit too much mead in the local tavern, and he assaulted a fellow patron. When the town guards attempted to arrest him, he kept them at bay with the spark spell. One of the guards came to fetch me while the others kept the rogue mage cornered in the tavern. Obviously, they had been told that I had some ability as a mage. Of course, I responded quickly as I could. Maybe town guard is not part of my job description, but I would be a poor legionnaire if I did not help to keep order in the town that is now my home. When I confronted the mage in the tavern, he immediately attacked with his spark spell. I was ready for him, though, and my beginner ward easily stopped the torrent of lightning. We went on like this for several seconds, my opponent attacking with his spell and me defending with mine. Finally, the unruly mage ran out of magicka. He sure looked surprised. I guess he assumed that I was using the costly magicka-draining lesser ward spell to protect myself from his attacks. He was defeated not by a superior power, but by a flaw in his own education. I did not bother to use my remaining magicka to attack the now helpless mage, although I could have. Instead, I stood aside and watched the angry town guards pummel him into unconsciousness. 16th last seed. The mage who was arrested yesterday has not yet regained consciousness. Maybe the guards were a bit too enthusiastic in subduing him. He is not dead yet, but he doesn't look good. Maybe I'll check on him again later. A runner arrived today with news from Darkwater Crossing. It seems that General Tullius has captured some Stormcloak rebels and is bringing them here. I have been told to inform the headsman to sharpen his axe because he has a busy day coming up very soon. So that is the Journal of Prakis Pell.
Interesting.
And of course we have the Book of the Dragonborn, which other, people have probably read before.
Yep.
And so basically Prakis Pell's spell books. Okay, these are spells that I designed that are actually similar to existing spells, except that they are weaker and cost a lot less. Okay, so basically this one has about the same duration as a regular oak flesh spell, but it's only half strength.
Yep.
Okay, and then we have a beginner ward, and I did put a little bit of explanation in here, and again, it's a half strength ward that costs half as much to maintain.
Yep.
Right? And then, of course, a half strength frostbite spell, a half strength calm spell.
Yep.
Although if you're beginning, if you're playing through the vanilla start, well, this spell would be effective against most enemies that you would encounter at level 1, right?
Yep.
half-strength spark spell, a half-strength bound sword spell, like the duration.
Yep.
So it's only a 30-second duration instead of 60 seconds, like the standard one is. Okay, Scorch is a half-strength
Flame spell?
flame spell, basically. So, those are some of the spells. And if you look at now in my selection of magic, well, there's Chill Burst,
Yep.
right? And then I don't have Frostbite. Okay, so anyway, Flames, which does 12 points per second, and Scorch, which does 6 points per second. And of course, they're both novice, like quote-unquote novice level spells, and since I have that perk under the alteration tree, novice level spells are free for me anyway.
Yeah.
So these spells were pretty much besides the point. They're obsolete for me already. But if I were just beginning my playthrough here at level 1, then those spells would be somewhat more useful because they would allow me to maintain, either shields or like the oak flesh type protection or a ward or a magical attack a little bit longer, right?
Yep.
With the basic level, with the basic level of magicka that you would start off with, right? Anyway, we'll feed on all these dead bodies while we're in here too. And I'm not sure if I know Sparks already. Yeah, I already know Sparks, but we'll keep the spell book because I have a mod that somebody made that allows you to make staves if you have the right materials and the spell book containing the spell.
Oh, okay, so you could make yourself a staff of sparks.
Yes, at the armor forge, or they got the forge, right?
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway. So none of these guys really have anything much that I want to pick up, but their blood is a treasure too, so I will loot that. Anyway, that was one of the very first mods that I ever made for anything, right? Skyrim. I was learning how to use the creation kit when I made that.
Yeah.
And I never uploaded it or anything like that because I'm really not too sure that it was something that people really wanted or needed. It was just something that I did because I wanted to learn how to do it, right?
Yeah.
I think I already looted that one. Okay. So,
Well, and you all got to start somewhere too, right?
yep. Yeah, and actually, making spell tomes is actually not as hard as I thought it would be. It's actually pretty basic. Because if you want to make a spell tome of a spell that's similar to an existing one, well, you just make a duplicate in the creation kit of the existing one and then modify its characteristics, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. And along with that, actually, I made an add-on a few years later to that mod, and I actually placed the Bound Dagger tome here. Because it made absolutely no sense to me that the spell Bound Dagger would not be available until you actually went to Solstheim, right?
Yeah.
Because that, in the vanilla game, is the first time that I ever saw that spell.
Oh, really?
Dagger. Yeah, it didn't exist until you went to follow the Dragonborn storyline, and you actually, where you can find that tome or get that tome is from the I don't remember his name now, but the Telvanni wizard in the big mushroom house,
Wow, crazy.
Yeah, and that's a long ways into the game, and that's actually,
And a long ways away.
and you would think that that's actually a more basic spell than Bound Sword is.
Yep.
Right? And you can buy Bound Sword from any court mage. So why wouldn't they know Bound Dagger?
You would think.
Yeah. But I think Bound Dagger was probably an afterthought when they were designing the game. And so they just didn't think to put it in, and they didn't bother to go back and add it retroactively to the leveled lists and stuff, right?
It just slipped through the cracks.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, what are we using for a weapon? Okay, yeah. As I suspect this is probably going to devolve into a melee here after I get 1 or maybe 2 shots off. And I'm going to go first person here so I don't shoot the steps.
Gonna shoot those steps.
Yeah, that annoys me, right?
You're still gonna shoot those steps.
No, I'm not.
Who's there? I knew I heard something.
There, I managed to get a couple of shots off.
Well, you've got a spot where you can shoot over the heads of your companions.
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep shooting this bandit chief, though, as much as I can.
Yeah, that way.
Yeah,
That's the chief.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
I think everybody else is out of commission, so I need to be somewhere where I've got a little bit of room to work. Because what I found is most of the time when you get into trouble, it's usually because you don't have enough room to maneuver in order to avoid attacks and that kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, is that all of them? Good.
Looks to be.
Looks like it's time to recharge my bow again here now, too. But yeah, like, if you get stuck in a narrow hallway or something like that, against some of these stronger enemies, you can really get hurt in a hurry, but that's why I usually try to maneuver towards some place where I've got a little bit of room to, you know, like run and dodge and move around.
Yep.
So that they can't just pin me against a wall or something, right? Lots of gold, these guys, anyway. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Did we just have a freeze?
I think we just had a freeze.
Well, we'll be back, folks. And we're back.
Yes, and we had to replay that little battle because that was where the last autosave was.
And sadly, it didn't go as well this time as it did the last time.
Well, I had to use... Look at that. See, that's why that bandit was doing so much damage, eh?
Yep.
And I'm going to take all of that scaled armor because, you know what, I might decide to switch to that at some point. And all the ice spikes will cover up anything naughty there anyway.
Ah.
You see how many ice spikes were in that bandit?
Yep.
Ice spike is actually one of Serana's favorite attack forms. When she's not making people into zombies. You
just gotta carry a chicken with you everywhere.
Yeah, except that chicken zombies are not really all that terribly useful.
The chicken zombie walks up to the enemy and stands there.
Yeah, and then the enemy kills him. And then everybody goes apeshit and tries to kill the enemy, right? That's how that works. That's why she makes chicken zombies.
There you go.
Right? Because if you kill a chicken, the whole world tries to kill you.
Yep. Yeah, that was I don't know if it was a bug or a feature, but that was in the game at one point.
Yeah.
I don't know if it still is.
I don't know. The last time that I don't remember the last time I killed a chicken accidentally or otherwise, actually. Because I tried really hard to avoid it.
Because you had that happen to you before?
Yeah, because I had that happen to me, yeah. I was outside of Whiterun, actually, you know, like near the Haunting Brew Meadery.
Yep.
And I think it was a dragon attack or something, and I...
Who's there?
wow. Really? I accidentally shot a chicken.
That'll teach you.
You know, that because they got a couple of chickens wandering around in that area, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, all the guards attacked me, and like everybody in the area went nuts and came after me, right? I think that was back in the console days. So, you never know. I can't go any further that way because the maker of the alternate start mod assumes that this area is still filled with a rock slide.
Yep.
And he'll actually, he actually put in a little message. If I follow through here far enough, it'll say, you're using console commands to cheat, stop doing that, and then it'll teleport me back over here somewhere, right?
That's weird.
Yeah, well, apparently you can break the game, you know, by using console commands to teleport through the, or...
The Helgen area?
The rock slide there. Silver Hawk bow. Oh, now I can't carry anymore. Okay, well, we'll give that to Gloss Time, maybe. For now. I need to trade some things with you. Okay.
So you'll have to come in through the other way.
Yep, I'll go back out the door and then come back in. Let's see, is this thing worth it? Might be worth it, eh? Well, we'll hang on to it for now. Did I get everything I wanted out of this thing? Yeah. So in a side playthrough that I'm doing, I started playing my character as a Vigilant of Stendar, right? Like I chose that alternate start. You're a Vigilant of Stendar, and I started playing that way, like as if I were an actual Vigilant of Stendar, wearing the mage robes, but wearing the steel gauntlets and boots kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And the mage hood. And,
doing the whole roleplay thing.
Yeah, carrying the mace and all that kind of stuff. And I actually went to Dawnstar and I went through, you know, starting basically at level 1, went through Vermina's temple, the Nightcaller temple. And I managed to survive it. And I got this mace from one of the 2 end boss guys called the Mace of Eivor Stonesinger or something like that. It's added into the game from the Dragon Age weapons mod, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's daytime. And this thing does an absolutely ridiculous amount of damage for a one-handed weapon, but it also weighs as much as a two-handed weapon. You know, like the weight of the thing is 18 or something like that.
Yep.
But it does as much damage as a lot of two-handed weapons do. You know, like even without any perks spent or anything like that, right? With all things considered equal. And so I played the game through just using this mace, right? And for distance attacks, I use spells like Fire Dart and, you know, that kind of stuff. So I'm not playing an archery type character at all. And it's actually turned out to be remarkably effective. Because, you know, like I use armor spells and that kind of thing to help me out, you know, like for close-up combat. And I actually went out of my way to go and get the shield from like the Daedric quest for Periite.
Yeah.
You know, Spellbreaker. I got the Spellbreaker shield as well. And that's a good item too. It sounds like there's a bear in here. Sometimes I come in here and there's nothing here.
Where'd you come from?
I'm not sure if I got the dog there or... Okay, Hadvar, go back and lay down now.
Yeah, you're supposed to be dead.
Well, or, you know, like laying on the ground helplessly anyway. Now he wants to start the dialogue with me, but I'm not done yet. See, Hadvar is supposed to lay down over there, and Ralof lays down over there. So,
oh, yeah.
So you decide, from the alternate start, you decide which of the two guys you want to rescue.
Yep.
And then, of course, the other one gets buried in a rock slide, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's the choice that you make instead of the choice. You remember when you're trying to escape Helgen in the vanilla start, and you either go with Hadvar or you go with Ralof.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you know, like immersive creatures adds in a few different spider variants. And these little fellows, I'm not really too sure how dangerous they are because I've never yet actually encountered one that I wasn't able to kill from ambush. But there are bigger versions of these things.
You're carrying too much to run.
Yeah, I'm over encumbered again. And where is Lost Time when I need him?
He might be walking around stuck somewhere, like on the cabbage cart or something.
There. Well, you know, like it's the good old draw the weapon and the guy shows up kind of thing.
Yep.
So I'm going to trade some items to you now. There, buddy. I'm going to give you this thing. And what else am I going to give you? Well, I'm going to give you that for now. And what else am I going to give you? Well...
How about that scale armor? I bet you that's heavier than shit.
Well...
No, maybe not.
No, it's not too bad. I only need to free up a little bit anyway. Because we'll be heading back to...
the other side soon.
To Riverwood soon enough. Anyway, we need to sneak now so the frostbite spiders don't see us when they drop out of the ceiling. Because they still do that too. We'll grab the coin purse here. I know this is kind of like flower picking, but I do it anyway. It's a compulsion.
Hey, I have no problem with this. It's just the flower picking that bugs the hell out of me.
Because there's a coin purse and a healing potion, and that skeleton sometimes has a little bit of something on it too. And your NPCs quite often get stuck behind these bars. But one of the solutions to that, of course, is to just give them a little push.
Everyone gets shoved on their ass.
That's right. Well, you got to push them clear of the bars so that they can get out. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should just draw your weapon and do that trick.
Yep. Okay, well, it looks like Serana came out.
Gotta push the dog, though.
Yeah. Gonna have to push the dog.
Gonna have to push the dog multiple times.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now I need you to get out. And then I need you to get out.
Yeah, it's funny how they can't path through the bars.
Yeah, they just can't path through the bars, right? But once you get them all out of there, then they're okay again.
Something
Right.
broken with the nav meshing there or something.
I don't know.
I guess this is an area you would normally not go through with a companion.
You normally wouldn't have a companion in this area if you're doing the vanilla start. You know, technically, I guess Ralof is with you. Or,
But he doesn't-
or Hadvar, whichever one you pick.
But neither of them go in that direction.
Yeah, and they don't have the same kind of behaviors as a standard companion, right?
Yeah, they're just kind of on a scripted walking path.
Yeah. Anyway, since I'm a somewhat higher level character, these potions are a little higher level too, right? Oop. So which guy do we pick? Do we take Ralof or Hadvar?
Skyrim belongs to the Nords.
Okay, Ralof it is. So he says, "What are you doing back here?" Of course, there's no voice, so you have to read the subtitles, right?
Yep.
I came to see what was going on. He says, "Are you crazy? Riverwood would burn. You need to go warn them now." And I go, "What? No, you don't understand." And then he says, "Never mind, just help me out here and I'll come with you. Find me a healing potion." So you have to give him a healing potion, and actually a minor, like the cheapy healing potion will do just fine.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I have one here, and then you got to wait for that to come up, and you give him your potion of minor healing.
The only one you have.
The only one I have, because I had to use a couple of minor healing potions in that redo of the bandit battle, which didn't go as well as it did the first time.
Well, that just goes to show that there's some variance in these things too, right?
That's right. Well, also, maybe that bandit leader didn't spawn with that orcish war axe of flames or whatever the first time. I don't know.
And then this time they did.
And this time they did.
And that
Okay.
actually hurt quite a bit.
Yeah, it did. It hurt quite a bit to get hit by that. Okay, well, here we are. And now he'll say his line.
Looks like he's gone for good this time. No way to know if anyone else made it out alive. But this place
And I'm
is
getting sunburned like crazy.
soon enough. Better clear out of here.
Hey, you're just getting a nice tan, okay?
Yeah.
Runs the mill.
Or maybe it's like a steak searing on the grill.
Yeah, hey, Ralof, can we step this up just a little bit?
It's probably best if we split.
Is it like fucking midday?
It's, yeah, 11 o'clock in the morning almost.
Well, I guess this is just what you're gonna have to put up with.
Yep, I guess so.
Hey, at least you won't get cold.
Yeah. I don't really get cold anymore anyway, though. Right. But I can still flower pick because this guy's slow, right?
It's because they all do that fucking half jog.
Yep, that half jog. So I can do all the flower picking that I want
It's Ulfric.
so that I can make more healing potions. Because healing potions will keep you alive, even in very bad situations. If you have enough healing potions, you can overcome almost anything. Except for things that do enough damage to take all your health away in one shot. Of which there's no shortage of those kinds of things in this game, but still, all in all, having more healing potions and more powerful healing potions is still a good thing. Okay, we're just following you.
See that ruin up there?
I know, but he has to stop and point out all the tourist attractions to
That's
you.
right, he has to point out the tourist attractions.
Shadow of that place.
Rocks and valley, crevices and hiding places. This is the kind of place where hermits and fanatics dwell.
Yeah. It is. And monkish martial artists. Okay. Yeah, pointing out the next tourist attraction here. I guess I'll have to have a stale blood potion because I'm getting hungry here. There.
These are the Guardian Stones. 3 of the 13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's landscape. Go ahead. See for yourself.
Yeah, I've already got a guardian or a standing stone thing. Thank you very much. Don't need another one. Is he going to stand there until I do that? Really?
Just click on the same one you did.
Well, I can't because I've already got, remember I've got that one other one?
Oh, the monk one?
No,
Oh, right, oh, right.
the lady stone.
Yeah.
Right? And I want to keep that one. I don't want to
Oh,
change.
just ignore him. Just give him a shove.
Yeah, okay. Come on, Ralof, let's go. Are we going now? Can we go? No, he just parked himself right back where he was.
Well, fuck you, buddy.
Okay, well, we'll just continue on without you.
See you later. Is he following now?
I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. He's just doing the half jog thing. If I pick some flowers, he'll have a chance to catch up.
Yeah, and he'll take the first opportunity to chatterbox at you again.
Yeah.
We're ahead of the news from Helgen, we should be fine. As long as we don't do anything stupid. If we run into any Imperials, just let me do the talking.
Why would I want to let you do the talking? You're very obviously wearing a Stormcloak uniform. There's something unfriendly over on the other side of the river.
Probably a werewolf.
Yeah, no, not at this time of the day.
No, probably not.
It might be just regular wolves, too. I discovered something yesterday, though, is that you can get the werewolf disease from regular wolves.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think the chance is fairly small, but
Yep.
it happened to me, so it is actually still there, right? It is a chance. Luckily, I had a cure disease potion, so I just...
Drank your cure
yeah.
disease potion?
Well, because it would never do to have my Vigilant of Stendar become a werewolf, right?
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, you'd been talking up that mace. You said you discovered something with power attacks or something?
Oh yeah, like in the Ordinator perk tree, there is a good combat under one-handed, and that is the mace branch of the tree. And this one here reduces enemies' armor by 50 points for 15 seconds, and I would imagine it probably stacks as well.
Yep.
And it also has 3 different steps, so I imagine it probably gets a better effect each time you spend a perk on that. But this is a good perk, right? Power attacks with a mace deliver a critical strike that deals 3 times critical damage or 4 times against the undead.
Nice.
Targets can only be struck by smite once every 30 seconds. But just to give you an idea of how effective it is, I mean, that was a fairly heavy damaging weapon that I was using anyway. Like, if I hit a typical bandit with that weapon with a normal attack, it would probably take a quarter of his health bar, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But if I hit that same enemy with a power attack, and I hadn't already expended my smite, I could literally take, like, almost all of his health bar, and some weaker enemies, like weaker bandits,
Yep.
I literally could one-shot them.
Wow.
And that's not even from surprise. That's
And
like
that's on this difficulty too.
yeah, that's on a face-to-face attack, shields up and let's go kind of thing, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a really, really good. Maces are, in my opinion, I looked at the two-handed tree for bludgeoning weapons as well,
Yep.
and I think maces have the edge. I think they're a better weapon
At least in Ordinator.
for Ordinator, yeah.
I mean, I've always gravitated towards just getting the highest single hit damage I can anyways. Because you have to overcome that damage multiplier somehow, that negative damage multiplier, right?
Yeah. Well, you and I were looking at the weapon trees a while back, though, and I think we figured out and we agreed on that of the two-handed weapons, actually, you're better off using a battle axe, right? Because it has some good perks in it, and plus, you can make your enemies bleed and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I mean, the bleed isn't, like, super duper great, but, like, you know, I guess it's extra damage.
Yeah. And
the thing is especially in the Velo perk tree, the armor penetration of a mace, most enemies don't wear armor.
Yeah. Well, that's why I with my Vigilant of Stendar, I actually found a really good war axe as well.
Yep.
And so, against armored enemies, I use the mace, and against animals and stuff like that, I use the axe, right? Because they have different special effects. And the bleed, you know, with the war axe is okay too.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's only 1 point per second for 3 seconds, but then the proviso is that they lose 15% of the damage that they lost during that time as well. So if you whack them a couple of times, the damage that you inflict with your attacks multiplied, you know, to 15% is a bonus that you get to damage scored, right?
Yeah.
Like they knew exactly where we'd be. That was
So if you manage to do 100 points of damage, you know, within that 3-second window, well, you get an extra 15-point damage bonus, right?
had to
Yeah.
stand up to the headsman's block and ready to start chopping.
The cowards.
They wouldn't dare give Ulfric a fair trial. Treason for fighting for your own people.
I'm gonna just do a quick save here while these guys are
Skyrim
chatting.
would have seen the truth then. But then, out of nowhere, a dragon attacked.
You don't mean a real, live...
Yep, a real live dragon.
And I was there. As strange as it sounds, we'd be dead
There be
without
dragons.
In the confusion, we managed to slip away. Are we really the first to make it to Riverwood?
Nobody else has come up the South Road today, as far as I know.
Good. Maybe we can lay up for a while. I hate to put your family in danger, girl, but...
Nonsense. You and your friend are welcome to stay here as long as you need to. Let me worry about the Imperials. Any friend of Ralof's is a friend of mine. Here's the key to the house. Stay as long as you like. If there is anything else you need, just let me know.
Okay, so now I can take a bunch of your stuff. I'm gonna take that ring, I'm gonna take that booze, lockpick, those minor healing potions, yeah.
There is something you could do for me. For all of us here. The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever troops he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Thanks, sister. I knew we could count on you.
I ought to get back to work before I'm missed, but did anyone else escape? Did Ulfric?
Don't worry. I'm sure he made it out. It'll take more than a dragon to stop Ulfric's Stormcloak. I'll let them into the house and, you know, show them where everything is.
Help them drink up our mead. Good luck, brother. I'll see you later.
Okay, so now we're gonna talk to Gerder
Any
again.
way I can.
You are beautiful and self-reliant like your brother. I'm honored to know you.
Hello.
I can already see where this is going.
Yeah, I can see where this is going too. Thank you for letting me stay in your home. Is there something I can do for
Why,
you?
thank you. You're very kind. There is something you could do for me.
Okay. What would you have me do?
I've half a mind to ask
Okay,
you
so
to
now
honor
she's
this
propositioning me.
It's my pleasure with you.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, that sounds like a great
You're
idea.
interested. See my husband Hod.
Okay, we gotta check with your husband to see if it's okay, right?
Fuck.
Okay, so we'll talk to Hod now.
Saw a dragon, did you? Tell me, what was it like? As big as a house?
Yeah, much bigger than that.
That'd be a sight to see.
Might as well be friendly to the guy, right?
Yeah, fuck. Oh my god.
Hope that dragon stays far away from here.
Yeah, hey Hod, is it okay if I bang your wife?
Not prone to flights of fancy. Anyone with a stout heart like yours is welcome here.
Alright.
Take what you need, my friend. Within reason, of course.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I guess there are a couple of swingers or some shit.
I guess so. Anyway, we need to do a couple of things because she's not going back to the house until after working hours anyway. And we need to visit the smelter over here. And that means I need to retrieve some stuff from Glostheim here.
Alright.
Yeah, I need to take that back. And I'm going to take that back. Because you can use your... Oh, look at that. I even gave him a magical item, too. Okay. And we'll take that back, too. So that I can not move.
Again.
Jeez. Okay.
Are you sure you wanted to take all that back?
Well, I wanted to get over to the smelter, but I guess I'm going to have to give some of this shit back to him and then go to the smelter. Obviously. Okay, so we'll give that back. What up?
Gotta give something else back like that. There you go.
Okay. Okay, get over here. If I'm standing right beside it...
You could just shove him over here.
I'm going to have to shove him over here.
This might take a while. Should we pause while you shove Glostheim over to the smelter?
Yeah, okay, we'll pause for a moment.
And we're back.
Yes, and now I can take that stuff back from him.
Alright.
What a production. Okay. And we'll take that. Take that, since is how he isn't interested in using that anyway. And then we'll melt some of this stuff down. Oh yeah, here we go. See, I can make 4 charcoal out of 1 firewood. Right? And I can get an ebony ingot from that black dragon ninja toe. And another one from that silver hawk bow. And melt down some iron arrows. Okay. Yeah, we'll melt that down too. Alright. So now we've lightened our load up a little bit, and Glostheim's going to carry a whole bunch of firewood for me, by the looks of it.
Did I see you talking to Sven?
Hey? What?
Maybe. Never mind. Don't like those eyes you've got.
What's your problem with
He's
Sven?
a bard, so he says. Occasionally, he finds time to do his job here at the mill. Thinks his ballads and sonnets are going to convince Camilla Valerius to marry him. As if she would say yes. An intelligent, beautiful woman like her wouldn't fall for that nonsense. I hope.
You're right. When have words ever inspired feelings of love?
Point. Maybe Camilla needs some help seeing Sven for what he is. Could you give her this letter and say it's from Sven? I think I've matched that Nord's lack of cleverness perfectly.
Okay. Well, I've got Feindal's fake letter from Sven. Okay. And it says, I yearn to have you as my own, washing my linens and my fine blonde hair, to cook my dinner from my stove and tend to my house while I wander. Okay.
Until next time.
So now we can open our magic chest and we can drop some stuff off in there, like that adventurer's journal and that journal of practice Pell and a few of these other miscellaneous books and stuff. Well, yeah, we need to go and collect this treasure too. Right? Because we haven't done that yet.
Yeah, you haven't done either of the treasure maps, have you?
No, I haven't. And what are we got going on here for or should I save my no,
Man, you just accumulate alchemy ingredients like a machine.
Yep, that's right.
You're gonna have to over-encumber yourself and walk over to the nearest alchemy station.
Yeah. Well, actually, what I was going to do here is... Oh, I know what I was going to do. Let's go over here now, because I wanted to do this last episode, remember, and I couldn't?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, chicken in the way.
See, not only does the whole town go berserk if you kill them, but they're an obstruction on the road, too.
Yeah. Okay, well, he's busy using his sharpening wheel, so I'm going to go over here to Vuoxi, because now I have the key to the place, too, so I guess I own it now.
In addition to everything else.
In addition to everything else. Right? Oh, I missed a couple of flowers here, too. Okay. Because I wanted to temper... You remember? The don't sign.
Yeah!
So I could make it a fine sign of don't.
Oh, fuck.
Which does 21 points of damage and weighs 12. Yes, I do.
All that don't.
All that don't. Okay. And then, well, we can duck in here for a minute.
And not burn in the harmful rays of the sun.
Yeah, not burn in the harmful rays of the sun. And see if I have any magic items that I can identify or use the enchantments off of. Like that Orcish War Axe of Scorching, for example. Okay. Maybe I should use that, learn that enchantment too for now, because I can always put a probably better enchantment than that on it by now.
Do you have another crossbow?
No, but I can make one if I want one.
I suppose so, yeah.
Yeah. And we're done hunting vampires for the time being, so I think I'm just gonna stick with the bow for now, for a bit. Because I'm carrying too much stuff around. We'll take an hour nap. Now, what do we want to improve? See, one-handed now. This is the dagger path, which gives unblocked attacks with daggers deal an additional 1 point of bleed damage per second for 30 seconds. So that's a fairly substantial amount that stacks, right?
Yep.
And then here, attacks with daggers deal 25% more damage if you rapidly hit the target 3 or more times. Right? And of course, daggers are a very fast attack. Forward power attacks will deal double bite damage, and then you get different
other things.
This is a good one. Standing power attacks with a dagger ignore armor.
Nice.
So I'm going to follow
the dagger path?
The dagger path, I think, to a certain extent. I've been like filling in archery like crazy here, though. And I think before I follow the dagger path, maybe it would be
better to fix up your archery?
Better to get another perk here. So, bashing with a bow or crossbow will always stagger the target. Bows and crossbows deal 40% more damage to that target for 10 seconds. So, that makes bashing with a bow an extremely effective technique, right? And you might have noticed that I actually do it quite a bit. Okay, so I don't really have anything else, I don't think, to enchant right now, but I can go and drop some stuff off. So that I can pick more stuff up. Yeah, that's another thing I learned from my Vigilant of Stendar side playthrough too, is try to get really good at one thing.
Isn't this what I've been telling you for years? Haven't I been telling you this for literally years?
Yeah, I know. Well, I finally found that out, and actually it's more than one thing, because basically with the way that I'm playing right now, it's try to get really good at blocking and attacking with a mace.
Yep.
So block and the one-handed mace branch of the one-handed perk tree is what I've been really working on, right?
Yeah.
And that character is actually very effective and quite durable. Surprisingly so. Okay, we're going to drop off all that scaled armor for now because I may use it myself, or I may recruit a follower at some point that might make use of that. Okay. We'll drop off that frostbite venom. I've got a lot of scrolls here. Wow. Okay. And we'll drop off this stuff for now. A bear pelt. Oh, yeah, there's an idea. Let's check that. Because I actually have more than one way that I can make staffs in this game. One way is, you know, like I said, if you have a spell tome and a couple of other ingredients, you can make one at the smithing forge.
Mm-hmm.
But there are also staff enchanting tables in this game, kind of like the ones that you see in that Telvanni Wizard's mushroom house.
Mm-hmm.
Only I've got a mod that puts them into various other locations. We saw one at the College of Winterhold, actually.
Yep.
And you can actually make uncharged magical staffs of various types. And since I happen to know this recipe pretty well, I'm going to, let's see, I need a garnet, I need some iron ore, and I need a steel ingot.
You could go and borrow some of that stuff from Alvor and never give it back, and then find yourself pursued by 3 thugs later.
Yeah. Actually, I've already got enough of that kind of stuff myself. I don't need to steal it from anybody.
Hey, who said it was stealing? You're saving Skyrim after all.
Whoops. Okay.
Think of it as an advance payment for your services.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll head down here to staff. And we'll go to destruction staff. What am I missing? A garnet. Okay. I'm pretty sure I have a garnet. I just have to get it out of my chest.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Okay. Garnet. There we go. I am getting crap sunburned out of me here. Luckily, I'm not taking any damage, though, because I haven't let my hunger stage slip below 1. Okay, now we can make a destruction staff, and with it, 1 garnet, 3 corundum ingots, an iron ore, and a steel ingot. And then, later, if I have the right components, I can make a magical staff at the staff crafting table, right? So, of course, the simpler staves require less components, and I could actually make a staff of sparks with 1 void salt, or I could make a staff of flames with 1 fire salt, or a staff of frostbite with 1 frost salt, right? If I had a scroll, say, of firebolt, then I could make a staff of firebolt as well. If I had a scroll of fireball, I could make a staff of fireballs. And of course, the other, like, illusion, conjuration, restoration staves and all that kind of stuff, you can make quite a variety of them as well. However, I'm a ways away from being able to do that yet, so I'm just going to store the staff in my magical chest for now. And I'm going to grab various, which is why you might notice that I save certain alchemy ingredients.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't spend them all at once, like I'll save certain ones. It's because I want to be able to use those certain ingredients to do other certain things.
Yeah.
Like I'll save Daedra hearts throughout the entire game, you know, until my smithing is eventually good enough that I can make Daedric items. Because you need Daedra hearts in order to make Daedric whatevers, right?
And they're not easy to come across.
Yeah, exactly. They're not easy to find, so we need to start saving them early on in the game. See, if I wanted to make a staff of Summon Familiar, for example, I would need a Conjuration Staff and some Ectoplasm and a Scroll of Summon Familiar.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why, and again, I save the Fire and Frost Salts because I can make different types of Destruction Staves with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even Ice Wraith Teeth, you can make staffs with those too, right? Although that's from a different mod yet. I'm going to save the Moon Sugar because you can use the Moon Sugar to make your own skooma.
Nice.
That's a mod that I made too, right? Because I have the mod Skyrim on skooma, of course, which we showed off a little bit. And I figured it would be a good idea, or it would at least make somewhat sense, if you had the ability to brew your own skooma if you had the right ingredients, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've got everything out of there now that I can get. And let's see here. I think I've dropped off. Okay, Flawless Garnet. And I went and I used a firewood. Okay, I'm pretty sure Glosstime has a firewood in his inventory. Because he was chopping firewood.
Alright.
Yeah, he does. So I'm going to take that from him. Okay, let's go to Vuoxi again, because now we can do all kinds of good stuff, like alchemy and enchanting and that kind of thing.
All the alchemy, all the time.
Well, that's the nice thing about this little player home mod, is that it actually adds those facilities that I did not add through my own mod, right?
Yeah, because a lot of that stuff is missing from Riverwood here.
Yeah. So, first of all, we'll check and see if I have in fact tasted everything, okay? Because I do have the perk that allows me to learn all of the characteristics of ingredients now.
Just be sure to taste that Jaren root while you're at it.
Hey, you know what? Remember I talked about that mod that adds Jaren root into the game?
You did, yep.
Well, I went there with my side play through, and they actually have 25 Jaren root in a chest that you can take out of this chest.
Oh,
right?
God.
That's insane. Like, I made a recipe where you could brew your own, like, make your own Jaren root, right?
Yeah.
And my take on it is that Jaren root is not a naturally occurring plant. If it was, we would have come across some by now.
Yeah.
So my idea is you get a canis root and 20 frostbite spider venom and 20 death bells and 20 nightshades.
Yep.
And you cook them all together in the cook pot to make a Jaren root.
Yep.
Okay. And of course, Jaren root being the most poisonous substance known to man, well, you then can use it with other known poison ingredients to make poisons.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll do a little bit of this now. But maybe we'll pause while we're doing this, just so we don't bore people with our alchemy wizardry here.
All right. And we're back.
Yes, and we're all done our alchemying and all that kind of stuff. So now we're going to head to the Riverwood Trader, because we have a letter to give to Camilla. And we also want to sell some of our potions that we made.
Ooh, you're actually going to go with Feindal's scheme here, huh? You know what I usually do?
Oh, actually, there's a twist to this.
Oh?
Yeah, because I can actually backbite both of them.
Oh!
Yeah, just watch.
All right.
Although it takes a little bit of time to get it all set up. And yes, I do have a Camilla replacer. Actually, there's another full outfit like that in this barrel over here, in this chest.
Okay.
But I'd have to look at it off camera just to see if it actually will all fit my body.
Yep.
Yeah, anyway, we're going to talk to Luke and Valerius here, and we're just going to go, have you got stuff for sale?
Because you just want to see that.
Well, because I want to... No, but I want to sell stuff, right? Before we get involved in that conversation where we have to walk slowly down the road after Camilla.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because that part still happens too.
Right.
Anyway, selling potions. So, because we have a whole bunch of these rather useless but extremely expensive poison type things, as well as this kind of stuff. And what I'm hoping here is that he'll either have a useful enchantment on something that I can buy,
Or some grand soul gems?
or some charged grand soul gems. And he does have one, which will then allow me to sell more potions. Although he'll run out of money long before I run out of potions.
You might have one more potion you could sell them that's cheap.
Well, I've got a whole bunch of cheaper ones up here yet, too. Right, I can sell him 2 of these. And then, he actually has a spell called Astral Merchant. And he also has one called Astral Chest, but I'm not going to buy that one. That basically is a storage chest in the astral plane, and every time you cast that spell, you have access to it. It's sort of like having a portable cloud storage chest kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, like that's the same... The reason I don't use this is the same reason I don't use the Haven bag, right?
Yeah.
But I will use the Astral Merchant because, as far as I'm concerned, that's fair play, right? Which means now that I can sell a few more potions to him. Like maybe a bunch of these little minor magicka potions that I probably will never use.
See, now that you've been playing Diablo so much, you can't help but say mana again.
Yeah, mana. I've got 15 plentiful magicka potions, so I think I can probably get away with even selling these because I don't use that much magic anyway.
Mm-hmm.
At least not with this character. Okay. So I've basically bought or sold all the stuff to him that I can sell.
As if things weren't bad enough.
Wow.
You're not from around here. That makes 2 of us.
Oh, look at that. She's got facial jewelry and everything, right?
I came here from the Imperial Province.
Anyway, yeah. Now we can learn this spell that we bought called Astral Merchant.
To work with my
And basically what this is it's just an extra merchant that you can summon. Just like this. Now I can buy and sell with the Astral Merchant just like I could with any other normal merchant. Right? So I can sell some more potions.
Because you always need to sell more potions.
Oh yeah, you can never sell too many potions. Okay. Let's see if this guy has... Okay,
You
well,
get a health enchantment.
yeah, I could get a health buff enchantment. Let's see if... Okay, I could also buy another Grand Soul Gem, too. I could probably do both, actually. Because I'll bet you I have enough potions to sell yet.
You fucking potion seller, you.
I am the potion seller, right? Not that other guy.
Yeah, my potions are too strong for you, traveler.
Yeah. Well, my potions are not too strong for you. If you have enough money to buy them, I will be happy to peddle them to you. Although my potions are getting stronger.
Yep.
Right, I've got a pretty good level of alchemy now. Okay, well, I'm going to buy that thing of health from him, too.
And then sell a bunch more potions.
And then sell a bunch more potions. Okay, well, let's see here. We'll...
See, I do this exact same shit that you're doing now, and I still find a way to run out of money.
Yeah, but that's because you pay for your heavy armor training, right?
I know, and it gets so damn expensive.
And even though with my side playthrough I'm playing more or less a heavy armor character, because Ordinator gives you the ability to advance a little more easily in the armor trees, both light and heavy.
Yep.
Basically, if you pick the first perk at the bottom of the tree, it gives you a little bit of armor experience if you have 2 or more pieces of armor equipped.
Okay.
Right? It's not a huge amount or anything, but it still gives you a regular...
Constant progress just for wearing
constant progress just for wearing and using it. Right? So, anyway. Oh boy, have I ever got a lot of those. So, see, even with the Astral Merchant, I was not able to sell all of my potions. Right? That I wanted to sell. I can't even sell that one. Okay, well, we're done with that.
Maybe
so,
you're looking for something particular.
Okay, did something happen?
We did have a bit of a break-in, but we still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after.
We might as well start the golden claw thing too while we're here, right?
Might as well.
Gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
Okay, I can get you that back.
Could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring.
I speak English
back.
good.
To get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northwest of town.
So this is your plan, Lucan?
Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
No, by the 8, fine, but only to the edge of town.
This way.
Okay, we'll catch up to you in a minute. Okay, everybody, we're going this way. I need to sleep, too. I'm getting tired.
No, there is a bedroll up where you're going.
Across the bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow. You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings.
Yeah, and if you look a little more up, you actually could see it.
Yeah.
Those thieves must be mad hiding out there. Those old
It's like
crypts are
right
filled with
over
There.
over there somewhere. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's follow her now. She'll stop and wait if I don't follow her, right?
Same shit Ralof does.
Yep.
At least she doesn't do the half jog.
No, but...
I hate the half jog.
I think they fixed it, but remember she used to run into that chicken, and then she'd get stuck? Right? She'd get stuck on the chicken?
Oh, I never had that happen before.
Yeah, I used to have that happen all the time.
Oh.
I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one.
I'm going to pick that flower while I'm here.
Flower picker.
Yeah.
This is the bridge out of town. The path up the mountain to the northwest leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. I guess I should get back to my brother. He'll throw a fit if I take too long. Such a child.
Okay. How much further do I have to walk?
Well, it's a winding road up the mountain just ahead. You'll know you're in the right place once you spot the old watchtower. Once you get to the tower, head north. Bleak Falls Barrow should be just around the corner further up.
Okay. Charmed to meet you.
Hello.
You're quite lovely. Your radiance lights up the store. We'll start hitting on her now, too. Maybe we should get to know each other.
Everyone in Skyrim wants to fuck your ass.
You should speak to Sven. Could you talk to Feindal as well?
Okay. Well, this will be dangerous. Let's try it.
What kind of woman would do such a thing?
Hey, stop running into me, Serana.
Fine. Just this once.
Alright, so we're off in the right direction here, because we're at least going to get a kiss out of this. Right? Okay.
Mara bless you for agreeing to help us.
I have a letter for you
Another
from
Tormund
Sven.
pet. He does know how to make a girl blush.
Might as well take care of all of this business while we're here, right?
Thinks all I'm going to do is stay in that filthy house of his and clean
God.
out. You can tell Sven that he already has a mother. I'm not speaking to him anymore.
Okay.
Wow! Thank you.
All right. Now, we have some other business to take care of. And you were saying that you were wondering where I was going to be able to sleep. Well, I already know the answer to that question.
Oh yeah, you could get back to your fucking what the fuck's it called?
Yeah, well, you know what? We might as well have as many.
Go sleep with Girder.
Yeah, we might as well have as many irons in the fire as possible, right?
Oh man.
Because we're a invited guest here. And of course we can take a bunch of their stuff. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. And we'll take that garlic.
I'm glad to help any way I can.
We'll take that chicken eggs.
All that garlic does is remind me of that one vampire mod you had many years ago.
I missed that actually. That mod had some really good features for how early on it was.
We're a small village.
Anyway,
Work hard.
we'll talk to Girder here.
All right.
We would be glad to extend our welcome. I encourage you to take your time and enjoy yourself. You look like you could use the rest.
Yeah. Okay. There. Love happens. Right in front of everybody.
You came for me.
Yes, I did.
You.
Fuck.
So that's the end of the Amorous Adventures quest for Girder, right? She was pretty easy, actually.
I told you my sister would help us out.
You have to work a little bit harder for Camilla.
Yeah.
Ooh, got a roll of paper there. Of course, you can also loot their house, right? Coin purse and, yeah. And a petty soul gem. And then I guess, well, you know, it's nighttime. I don't really want to sleep at night. Okay, well, maybe we'll take a 2-hour nap. See if that helps.
Apparently.
Yep, it helps. And now we can be on our way, because we accomplished the mission that we wanted to accomplish here.
The mission.
Yeah. Anyway. We're just about to the point now where we should probably call this an episode because we're getting pretty, you know, we're running a little bit long probably.
We're about an hour and 22.
Okay, well, we'll stop at the bridge here and we'll make our way to Whiterun to talk to the Jarl in the next episode.
All right.
Until then,
I'm RecB5.
And I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.